I guess we should first of all start with wishing each other a Gmach Simchat Torah. We're just coming from Rosh Hashanah. Certainly everybody had a meaningful, beautiful Rosh Hashanah. Connecting, we're all connected to Hashem, we're connected to each other, especially in this year of Hakel, the year of gathering, the year of assembly. So we're all one, we're all connected. So together let us say a chapter of Tehillim, the Rebbe's Kapitel 121. Shulamale says, Ein Eloho man Yov Yezri, Ezri mi Madinoi, Oisei Shemayim V'Aretz, Alita Lem V'Toraglecha, Al Yonim Shemrecho, Hinei Lo Yonim V'Lishon Shem Yisrael, Adonai Shemrecho, Adonai Tzilcho, Al Yad Yeminecho, Yom Hashem Yishlo Yakekov, Yeroich B'Elolo, Adonai Yishmocho Mikol Ro, Yishmer Es Nafshecho, Adonai Yishmer Tzeitzro V'Yecho, Me'ato V'Yad Olam. Continue the theme of Achdus togetherness, we'll give some tzedakah, and maybe we should have in mind particularly the situation in Florida, those who are right in the eye of the hurricane. Little personal relationship there. Chabad in Cape Coral, they should all fare well and everything should be wonderful for all of them. And it should be not a destructive hurricane, but it should be Gishmei Bracha, rain of abundance of blessing. Today, Tzom Gedalya, the day following Rosh Hashanah, is a fast day, and that's not so as to lose a little bit of weight after all the food that we have consumed of a Yontif. But unfortunately, Tzom Gedalya reminds us of a very tragic event when the Babylonians destroyed the first Beis Hamikdash. That was in the year 3338, 430 years before the Common Era. The rulers at the time appointed Gedalya ben Achikom as governor of the remaining Jews in the Holy Land. Because Jews are taking refuge in the lands of Ammon, Moav, and Edom, and when they heard about this appointment, they felt secure and they came back. And this was the last remnant of the once mighty kingdom of Yehuda, Judea. Gedalya was a very wise, pious leader, and they re-established something of a community in the ravaged land of Eretz Yisrael. Unfortunately, as jealousy often causes, an individual by the name of Ishmael had intentions of killing Gedalya. And Gedalya was actually forewarned that he should know they're plotting against him. He didn't believe it. He didn't accept it. And in fact, he invited Ishmael and then we found out his henchmen, to celebrate Rosh Hashanah with them. And at the table of Rosh Hashanah, this Ishmael got up and he killed Gedalya and his entourage and the soldiers that were there. And this was the end of the Jewish people in Judea, and that's when they all ended up in the Babylonian exile. There was bloodshed, etc., and they had to flee to Egypt, effectively, as I just said, ending the prospects of Jewish settlement in the Holy Land. So our sages have established, because of that, we should fast to commemorate this tragic moment. But what's very interesting, all the other fasts that we have, Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, Asara B'Teves, the 10th of Teves, Shivasa B'Tammuz, the 17th day of the month of Tammuz, all these commemorate part of the destruction of the temple and the Jewish exile, but they all related to a date. They don't have a name. They call the fast of 17th of Tammuz and so on. This one is not called this fast of the second of Rosh Hashanah when it happened. It's named after a person, Gedalya. There's something particular in this. The name Gedalya means Gadol Yudke, the greatness of God. In other words, it is through this tragic moment that we have to reveal the greatness of Hashem. And particularly, the Talmud says that when a fast is postponed, there's one opinion that says, let's say if it falls on Shabbos, we should not fast at all, not fast the next day, but completely cancel it. Really, the fast of Gedalya is always postponed because the event, that murder, took place on Rosh Hashanah. Obviously, the sages didn't establish a fast of Rosh Hashanah because it's a day of festivities. It's a holiday, so you don't fast. So it's the date in itself is postponed, which emphasizes this which Zechariah tells us. The prophet Zechariah says that all those fasts will be transformed into days of rejoicing, will be transformed into days of holidays. So Eibishter, please, we're praying to you, this fast of Gedalya, which means the greatness of God, which during the time of exile we can see your greatness, how it's leading to the redemption. It is postponed. Let it be completely cancelled. And today, Mitzvah Hashem, we will all celebrate together with Gedalya ben Achikom in the Beis HaMikdash at Mashiach's site.